How's your brother?
Asleep since I returned from the Dominion. Taya says he should be back on his feet soon enough. For a while, at least. She discovered something on his chest. A swelling, circled in stone.
The curse. For every mountain we climb, another rises up to greet us, doesn't it?
It's never ending. Even the sky seems to have grown tired of it all. Tony won't be happy if I disturb Joshua. While he rests, I might as well see what Otter has to say.
Did you see the pair that got hauled into tires? Did you see that?
Are you making them skull?
Otto, how fares the realm?
The realm? Oh, she's just fine. As long as you look past the fat storms out mother crystals and her skies are a roiling cesspit.
And Gav?
He's with your uncle in the Free Cities, helping Mid with her project. Sent an owl their way the moment the winds turned foul. Still waiting on a reply, though.
Do you have any good news?
Well, that depends on your definition of good.
All right, fine. What do you suggest we do?
Oh, no, I'm just the messenger. I leave the scheming to those more suited to the task. Could be that Lady Vivian and Old Tomes have their own thoughts on the current state of things. Could be that they don't. It certainly can't hurt to ask.
I suppose not.
How is it that every one of your little excursions presages some inexplicable catastrophe? Not that you are to blame for the Dominion's fate. No one could have predicted the actions of the Crown Prince.
I'm sorry I couldn't save your home.
My countrymen are stronger than you think. A few toppled clock towers won't break their spirits. They'll be back on their feet in no time.
I hope so.
Look at us. Bluer than a pair of bog crabs. Tempting though it may be, sulking will not help us find a solution to this mess.
You believe there's one to be found?
I don't know. But I am certain we're more likely to find it if we first examine the facts.
Beneath these darkened skies,
Fear and confusion reign over Valisthea. Oh, the lands around the fallen Mother Crystals had already begun to wilt for want of ether. But not like this. Crystals that filled wells and fueled furnaces. Now nothing but pretty shards of rock. And those that hang from the people's necks cast nary a glimmer of light to keep the dark at bay. It is only a matter of time before the common folk convince themselves that the end of days is upon us. Yet I fear a swift end is more than we can hope for. While most of the world thirsts for ether, the remainder drowns in it, spawning Akashic in droves. And amidst the hordes of mindless beasts, with magics as like to fail as function, even the strongest nation would falter. Rosaria and the Iron Kingdom teeter on the brink of collapse, while the tragedy in Twinside has all but paralyzed the Holy Empire. Dalmekia fares little better. Rumor has it the ministers fled the capital after the fall of Drake's Fang, leaving their beloved republic to crumble. Waloed, meanwhile, moves in earnest. The Einherjar has been sighted off-storm. The world, in short, is in chaos. It would seem our civilization was nothing but a castle of sand, to be washed away at the whim of the waves.
A castle of sand.
Not my best flourish, but it seemed fitting. The reports I've received are considerably more blunt in their appraisal. Without the protection of their nations, it will fall to the people to defend themselves against those who would take what is theirs.
Which is only ever going to end one way.
Defending a farmhouse against a band of chocobo thieves is one thing, but pitchforks and palisades will do little to stall an army's advance. Should the King of Waloed deign to invade, there would be none to stop him.
None but us.
Let me guess. You're here about the skies.
Is there anything you don't know, Lawsman?
It doesn't take a court astrologer to augur the obvious. As for what has disturbed the heavens, that, I believe, is a question the Fallen might be better placed to answer than I. And on the 6th day did the gods tear the sun from the firmament, visiting darkness upon their prideful sons and daughters. But I dare say you remember your childhood lessons on the sins of Zemeckis only too well.
You think they're connected? That Ultima was one of the gods responsible?
Well, he has certainly exhibited powers that we mortals would associate with the divine.
There is nothing divine about him.
But he wouldn't be the first god of whom that could be said, now would he? Yet for all the fairy tales that tell of the sins, there is almost nothing in the way of actual historical accounts. Had I the Journal of Moss the Chronicler, I may have been able to tell you more, but alas, I fear all remaining copies have been lost to time. You will forgive me, I hope?
Certainly not. Because there is nothing to forgive. Even without this journal, you've provided us ample wisdom. And we will always be grateful for it. Perhaps Otto will be more inclined to share his thoughts when he hears what the others had to say.
Clive, we have a problem.
Only one. That would be a first.
It would. Actually, there are three. We had as many owls arrive while you were at the shelves. Martha's got a Akashic at her gates, and talk of monsters roaming the hills outside of Northreach has put the wind up Isabel and her lot.
And don't forget Dalimil. Lubor says the village was raided by bandits.
When it rains...
It fucking pours. The curse breakers are spread thin, taking stock of the damage in the Dominion. And even if I could get word to all of them, I doubt they'd get here in time to make any real difference. Which means there's only two people who can.
Jill and I.
Let them know we're on our way.
Clive! Here you go. Think you can help? Did you see that?
Aye, it's a dangerous world out there. You're rubbing me blind, you know. Finished, are you?
Trouble with your gear, or... So, will it be? Not bad, if I do say so myself. And?
This man's gonna die if we don't get him to a healer.
Martha. It's good to see you.
And you, Clive. Jill?
Otto said you'd been attacked by Akashic. What exactly happened here?
those skies are what happened. Not long after they fell dark, we had our first visit. There were hundreds of them. Tried to storm the hill. Only a handful made it up here, but that was more than enough. The rest are still down there now. And while we have a few willing fighters holding them back, they're sorely outnumbered.
What do you think, Clive?
That we join the fight.
I thought you'd never offer. Now, where I need you is the Fallen Gate. That's where the fighting is fiercest. Let the men know you've come to help. Something tells me they'll be pleased to see you.
We're on our way.
Do you think there are as many as Martha says?
More.
You don't think they've abandoned us, do you?
Clive, wounded.
We deal with the Akashic first.
These men don't have the look of hired swords.
if you've come to rob this place.
You are mistaken, my Lord Rosfield. We're here by Madame Martha's leave.
How do you know my name?
Forgive me, my lord. There wasn't time...
Wade's men? Where is your commander?
Sir Wade left earlier with a scouting party to...
Did he? Take your wounded back to the inn. Martha will see you're looked after.
And to think you took them for thieves.
When did Wade and his men arrive?
Not long after Rosalith fell. They were making ready to leave just as the skies turned.
Martha! Trouble! The scouting party's almost at the lift, but they got a pack of Akashics snapping at their heels, and they got wounded with them!
Damn it all.
We'll worry about them, Martha.
You look after everyone here. If any can still fight, send them to the lift.
I will. You two be safe now.
My brothers.
Mad dogs.
Squire, I need you to get those who can still walk up the lift to Martha's. But what about... I didn't ask, Oscar. Sir.
Sir Wade.
Lord Rosfield. If you aren't a sight for sore eyes.
Martha seemed to think you might need some help. And by the looks of it...
We thought we could sneak by them. But we didn't know there would be so many. How could we have?
Behind you!
Damn it! We need to get the injured to safety.
Do you think we can hold them off?
We can certainly try. Are you with us, Sir Wade?
Always.
Then let's do our duty.
Is anyone hurt?
I don't think so.
And yet again, you've pulled me from the flames. It's just a pity I keep walking into them.
You've never been one to shy away from danger, Sir Wade.
I see you're all in one.
Martha!
Is something wrong?
The lookout saw smoke coming from down Eastpool way.
A second horde.
Feel like finishing the job?
Always.
Jill and I will make for Eastpool. You'll need to move the injured without us.
Don't you worry about them.
The moment my men are safe, I'll follow.
Mad dogs. Below.
This man's gonna die if we don't get him to a healer.
Just patch me up as quick as...
They're headed for the rest.
We have to slow them down. Martha and the others won't be ready.
It's over. Something's coming.
Apologies, my lord. Did I miss anything?
Only the first round, Sir Wade. Shall we? Do you see any more?
No. I think that was the last of them.
But it won't be long before the next lot arrive.
Then we make for Martha's while we can.
What did you find out there?
The same as Sir Wade.
Well, wherever they came from, they're gone. Hopefully we'll have enough time to...
How many of your men were injured?
A damn sight less than if you hadn't turned up.
It was a hard-fought victory. But as long as the sky... It's not a matter of if the Horde will be back, but when. The inn here affords a good view of the land.
What do you say, Martha?
Well, when you put it...
My lord, there's someone I'd like you to meet. Oscar, over here.
It is an honor to make your acquaintance, Lord Rossfield. I am Oscar. Oscar of House Murdoch.
Murdoch? I wasn't aware the Lord Commander had children.
Oh, he didn't. But his brother, my father, did. I am Sir Rodney's nephew.
Well, go on, then. It's not for me to ask him.
Yes, Sir Wade. If it please you, my Lord Marquis, might you take me as your squire? I would learn the duties of a shield from the finest.
But I am a shield no longer, and spending time in the company of an outlaw hard.
My Aunt Hannah once told me that a man... You have accomplished much since taking on the mantle of Cid, and I would sooner serve under an honorable not that Sir Wade and the other guardians...
It's all right. We know what you mean. There is only so much the boy can learn from me, my lord.
But a squire...
Would that really be so bad? You were a squire once.
No. I would not have it any other way. I will not let you down, Lord Rossfield. You or my uncle.
We shall be staying here for the time being, and not just for the ale. I'll have one of my men escort Oscar to Benimir once he's said his farewells.
to me, boy!
No more vengeance. No more war.
Poor bastard. Couldn't run because of the weight of his load. Still, better a branded than one of us.
Sid. Your new companion appears much more formidable than your uncle. Should I be worried?
You haven't been introduced.
Jill, Clive has told me much about you.
All lies, I'm sure.
Your Stolas said that Dalamil has a bandit problem.
Indeed. Although, you're a little late. They left with our food and guild days ago.
Any idea where they went?
The desert's a big place. Your guess is as good as mine. But the fact is...
What did you say to me? What?
As if by magic. Let's just say we've yet to... And at this rate, it won't be the actions of the bandits which prove... I've tried reasoning with a dissent.
Perhaps we could talk to them.
What makes you think they'll listen to us?
What makes you think they won't?
She makes a fair point, Sid. And you won't have wasted much of your precious...
Suppose we just follow the shouting.
You wouldn't talk like that if it had been your men whose throats were slit. We hire mercenaries and have them mount the bandits' heads on our walls.
And what happens when those mercenaries are slaughtered? We're better off using that coin to buy food and supplies. If we hire... And you cannot fill empty bellies with that.
But what happens when they come back?
That's enough. Both of you, any more of this and I'll throw you out myself. Come back when you're ready to talk like adults.
Victor. What's he doing here?
Sid.
I was about to ask you the same thing.
Costness is in chaos. The Briar's Kiss here in Dalamil is the only place I was here to do just that when Master Lubor told me of his troubles. He thought I might be able to talk some sense into these.
Who are those people?
Those were the thorns in Lubor's side. And the reason is these are cursed skies, or an entire city for that.
We're still working on the skies. Perhaps we can find a solution to that.
I hope so.
So, you see?
What I saw was a room full of people who were angry and afraid, but have left to smolder.
My thoughts exactly. Both sides wish to protect their homes and livelihoods.
And if there's one thing banned...
What would Sid the Outlaw suggest?
Well, if it were my namesake, he'd let them choose for themselves, and be on hand to pick up the pieces when it all went wrong.
That sounds like a recipe for disaster.
A recipe for disaster is precisely what it is. While it's plain neither Conrad nor Natalie will countenance the others, it may still be possible to make... before presenting them with a third option.
And that would be?
To pool our resources and save the city ourselves.
When all that fear and...
It appears we have a plan of action. Victor, pay Conrad a visit.
As you wish.
Don't worry, Victor and I will do most of...
Play along.
What he means to say.
Picture it, Conrad.
Then let us band together and show these brutes that Dalamil is not to be trifled with.
My shop.
If I had my pickaxe, I would...
I mean, it may still be possible to buy some.
I'm not convinced our roles in this ruse were entirely necessary.
I don't know. Conrad seemed quite taken with you.
Mummy, I'm scared.
Oh, I'm ruined.
Good news, Sid. Both Conrad and Natalie have somewhat, with time.
Time no longer appears.
I take it you're scared.
Technically, it would be the all.
You're not...
They don't just want food, they want...
I have a I'm told the bandits march in 2 groups.
Very well. Jill and I will meet.
The rest, my friend, the stakes I concede are high.
That is a lot of faith to...
Then it will be for...
I thought...
We'll hold them off for us.
And we will...
No women folk have come to about us.
I'll take that one.
He's all yours.
And another! Stay down!
They mean to overwhelm us.
The townspeople. Could they have held out?
I don't hear any fighting. What do you think?
That we should hurry.
Natalie, you did well out there.
Without you, there would have been... You saved us, Conrad.
We all saved up. So...
The bandits may be known.
Mummy,
The gentleman of the town guard.
Are you looking for something in particular? Here you are. My thanks. Fare you well.
Good girl. Run like the wind. Straight home now.
Company.
God's forsaken soul, eh? Only those who have nothing. So empty your pockets.
A deserter turned outlaw. We were more similar than he knew. First, we find Isabel.
Heard a bloke saying he saw ghosts.
I saw it with my own eyes.
I can't do it.
My lord.
We received the dame's message. There have been sightings of strange creatures.
With the blue eyes. They've taken so many.
Akash.
And what of your mistress?
Oh, no.
Then we'll look for her there.
Four left for more on the captain's orders.
Madame, please!
Half the garrison's been slaughtered by those things.
We've tried requesting reinforcements. What more would you have us do?
I would have you do your duty, and protect them I shall. In case you have forgotten, the people, but more than that, your sisters, so you have a choice.
She speaks the truth, you know. This here.
What we have left is our...
Not if we don't have to. I'll have a word with them.
Ah, Clive.
It was a noble effort, but I thought you might still need some.
Oh, like you to... what we need to... The way the survivors speak of... and perhaps...
It's all right.
Me, Paul. My family.
At least we have an idea of where the thralls might be now. We should head for more.
The two soldiers were carrying another.
It was all they could do to escape.
alive. Look.
I see them. With me.
Should I prime?
Save your strength. To me, boy. Nice try. Do you think there are more? Our friends seem to have things under control. For now, at least. Let's go and put Otto's mind at rest.
Welcome. And a fine
Did you see that? Tell me you saw that.
help you today, Clive? I gave you that one, didn't I? All yours. Best of luck out there, Sid.
Was wondering when you turn up at ours from all our friends to thank. How is it you always manage to...
Luck, I suppose. Any word on the rest?
Let's see. The nations are still in chaos. And the skies are still the colour of a...
Right.
Clive, we knew this was going to happen. Well, not that now's the time to...
Thank you, Otter.
So it was not Sylvester, but Olivier who served as Ultima's puppet. And when Dion learned of this, he sought to slay the fiend. Only for his father to take the spear that would have freed him. Enough to drive a man to madness.
Small wonder he hasn't stirred. I would be afraid to wake.
Had I but reached out to him sooner, warned him of the threat Ultima posed. But now, both an empire and her prince lie broken.
Joshua, what do you know of Ultima?
Very little, I'm afraid. Despite my best efforts. 18 years ago, as I lay buried beneath the rubble of Phoenix Gate, 'twas not death who came for me, but another. And it was while in my rescuer's care, I first heard of Ultima. I've been chasing his shadow ever since. Ultima is driven by some deep, dark purpose, and for whatever reason, it would seem you are crucial to his designs. He will stop at nothing to have you, even if that means toppling an empire.
But why me? What possible use could I be to such a creature?
That is one of many answers that have eluded me. Yet, I am certain of this. It is not mere chance. You were chosen for a reason. All dominants carry within them the might of an icon. Nigh limitless power that is at once acutely limited. I wield fire, and only fire.
And I only ice. 8 wardens for 8 elements. But you, Clive.
You are different. You're special. Your abilities begin with the flames of Ifrit. But they do not end there. The fact Ifrit can even exist goes against everything we thought we knew of dominance. Perhaps Ultima has been waiting for one such as you, whose potential is truly limitless.
I've encountered that thing several times now. If it or he, as you say, needs me, why hasn't he claimed me as he did the boy?
Were I to hazard a guess, I'd say the two of you are somehow incompatible. His mind not properly attuned to your body.
His mind?
Mind, awareness, spirit, call it what you wish. But I believe Ultima to be an embodiment of the concept. This is why I struggle and fail to contain him here inside me.
I'm sorry. Inside you?
With every setting sun, I feel my strength wane. And though the Phoenix's flames mend the prison I have made for Ultima, they do so at a cost. We must find a means to bring an end to him before I meet my own.
What were you thinking?
It was that or let him take Clive. And I've always had a soft spot for my brother.
But that doesn't mean you should sacrifice yourself to save me.
Joshua. Clive, it's Gav.
There's an army of Akashic at the gates of Canver.
Well, what's the short of it?
Thought Ty had told you. The capital of the Free Cities is under siege by an army of monstrosities. The city guard are doing their best to stem the tide, but numbers ain't on their side.
What of Lord Byron and Mid? Were they able to escape?
No, but they're all right for now. They're hiding with Gav at midship.
We have to get them out of there.
And we shall. Otto, prepare a Stolas. Tell Gav to stay exactly where he is.
Understood.
Vivian, what's the swiftest route to the Free Cities?
That sounds like a question for the map. Look here. This road, through Tabor, should provide the least trouble.
Good.
What a coincidence. Tabor is exactly where I'm bound.
Joshua, Bed is where you should be bound.
You don't think I told him the exact same thing?
Were Tyre not such a talented healer, I would surely have been inclined to agree. But, thanks to her ministrations, I feel I may safely rejoin my attendant, who was to wait for me in Tabor if we became separated.
All right, we travel together.
Clive.
If he stays close to me, he'll be fine.
Thank you, brother.
I'll look after him.
My attendant was with me in the Dominion before I primed. She would have watched the battle unfold and witnessed its outcome. I trust you'll be waiting for me in Tabor, where I can finally introduce you.
Tyre's right. Your brother is in no condition to travel. That's all I'll say on the matter. It's Mid, Gav, and your uncle we should be thinking about now.
Seems the hideaway is lost its...
Here, you put me in this situation, Clive. You can bloody...
Are you sure it's me you're looking for?
I'm all the cook will be needing. You remember Ivan's stew? So I thought I'd try make...
It wasn't as straightforward as...
Yeah, but this is my...
I've never been one to play favorites, Molly. So...
A fried mortress recipe seemed only...
Ivan said...
Ah, kindly old...
Fine, and if
you do...
Is a storm coming, Sid? Will there be...
Sid, perhaps...
I can certainly try.
It's not who, but what. I borrowed them to teach the little ones that my first thought was which almost certainly...
Perhaps a visit from...
I don't like to imagine that my pupils would lie to me. They were in the atrium when I left.
Lawsman Harpocrates.
Ah, Valicia, the young man did a...
That's actually why...
Ah, now.
Dragon. So it's...
What am I gonna do?
Is everything all right, Goots? You seem more discomposed than usual.
Oh, I don't know what that means. Oh, I think Nan might be...
It's all right.
Folk are saying she's been selling to bandits, but she'd never do business with... I wanted to ask her about it myself. She'd...
Don't worry. Of course. Lady Karen.
Not nearly.
You're...
Not once, in fact.
just...
Oh. Are ya?
All I know is that someone...
Look. But that woman is...
You're right, Lady Karen. It was wrong of me to...
No.
Of course. I spoke that the rumors were unfounded, along with some other things. And while it sounds like she may have done...
I knew none... But why would people say she was?
No, but people do things for...
Well, that trader, so that's where I'm going.
Are you sure that's why?
Oh, but...
I heard the Emperor was impaled on his...
We're all gonna die! You hear me?
What do you reckon we should do? I say we should...
All right. Every piece has its own role. If even one of... You already know one of the pieces. This is called the arm. These round... This tiny...
Is a storm coming, Sid? Will there be...
Well?
It's like a dream. The four of us out walking like we used to.
Enjoying this, are you? Gav and the others could be in danger as we speak.
You're right. I'm sorry. Yote is a fine scout. If Canva was attacked, she will already have begun gathering information.
Tabor isn't far. We should pick up the pace.
Shouldn't be too hard to find Goots.
The gentlemen of the town guard are a strapping bunch.
Could be I know something more.
The finest shell swords in Storm could hold a candle to ours.
What a mess.
You fought very bravely.
The safety of the town is in our hands now.
Time to brave the Viper's Nest. Now, when we could pretend this didn't happen. Finished. Go on.
When the Borgwin finds out he only wanted that bull of a manservant, you weren't even...
What were you going to do to him?
The Borgwin wanted him to get to Karen. I was only supposed to point the lamp. Then you turned up. Well, go on then.
You're not worth the effort.
Fucking coward!
I need to find Goots. Right now.
Get your filthy paws off me, you naughty-pated lout!
Stop calling me names! And stop spreading them horrible lies about Nan!
Well, that will be easy enough. For they are not lies. Every last word is true.
Lord!
Goose.
He's gonna kill Nan! He said she had to pay in blood!
After what she did, it is only right. That loathsome harpy's very existence is a crime. Goots, was it? Only with your... run along now.
No.
No?
I don't care what she did. Promise me you won't hurt her. Or I'll kill you myself!
Goots, no.
Enough, all of you!
But how did you?
You're a sight less clever than you think you are, the pair of you. Well, the whole thing got me thinking, who in Dalamil might bear me a grudge? Though it was just Bogan. I thought the years might have taught you some sense. What was it we called you? Wet legs.
You bitch! Everything that happened, it was all your fault! And now you'll finally pay for what you did to me!
Goots, you...
If you want a piece of Nan, you'll have to go through me.
Fuck!
You great galoot. Out of the way, I can handle this myself. So, wet legs, you remember what you told me when we last met? An eye for an eye? Wise words, Sam. Wise words. And now, it's time to collect. Sorry to keep you waiting.
Is he...
Dead? No. But I reckon he wishes he was. It isn't easy going through life one eye short of a pair. After all, I should know.
You don't mean...
Oh, don't tell me you didn't notice. Lost it to old Wet Legs back when we were working the same routes. Said I'd stolen from his strongbox. I'd done nothing of the sort, mind. But that didn't stop him taking his little revenge. So I took some of my own. Sorry, lost everything. His coin, his clients. Always knew he'd be back one day to claim, but he crossed a line dragging poor Goots into it. He didn't hurt you, did he?
No, Nan. Still got all my arms, see? But... What if
he does? First we take the other eye, then we work our way down. But something tells me the Wet Legs has learned it already. Right. Let's get you back to the hideaway.
Remind me never to cross you, Karen.
There were ghosts at the gates not days ago.
You needn't fret. The creatures have
to the meadows, then.
Said I should be able to find what I'm looking for somewhere nearby. Bright blue dragons and bright yellow flowers. Should be easy enough to spot. This must be our wyvern. Right. Let's get this over with. That's the wyvern's liver. Now I just need to find the herbs. Bright yellow with a heady scent. I think that's everything Molly needs to resurrect her recipe. Better head back.
It seems the hideaway's lost its
So,
Do you see the pair that got pulled into time?
Rutherford. Where would he be at Martha's Rest?
Have you heard the latest from Twinside?
My lord Marquis, it is you. I am Sebastian Rutherford.
Of course.
Yes, my lord.
And what was so sensitive that you could...
1,000 apologies, my lord.
It's all right.
I am here at Martha's Rest, tasked with learning what I am able. And what I have learned is grim. The subsequent darkening of the heavens, the gears of governance, the realm. Your lord, uncle...
That sounds like...
It is.
Alas.
I have lost... They're both able-bodied.
So you want me to... I'll need to know what...
One I sent to investigate the Republic.
That doesn't exactly narrow it down.
Thank you, my...
It's not going to be easy finding one man in an entire republic. Let's hope someone here's seen something.
The bandits may be no more, but look what they've left us.
Mummy?
The gentleman of the town guard.
Someone's got himself in trouble.
I don't see your so you can start by giving us...
I already... Please!
I'll deal with this.
Thank you.
You that one's master, then? If you'd kindly pay the coin...
Or you can go back to your garrison and I won't...
Oh, you're more than welcome to. He hasn't had many visitors since we slit his throat.
I'd expect as much from Hugo's faithful, but...
Much has changed in the
You've seen...
Many times.
You're one of Rutherford. You sent me to look...
Well, then you have my thanks. I arrived in Dalimil several days ago, but his men
The captain is no more.
Fortunately, I was able to bribe my way free.
What of the Fist Central Command? Surely they wouldn't allow...
I would imagine they are unaware of it. Most of those who weren't recalled now rule the fringes
Then it's worse than we imagined. You should return to Rosette.
I'll find a you won't mind if I...
Not at all. Now, to find this second associate of Rutherford's. If he was bound for Oriflamme, I'll start at Northreach and see if I can pick up his trail. There's a lot of road between here and the capital. Rutherford's man could be anywhere. What happened here?
If you're with they've already...
I'm not.
Then you found him. I'm Alistair Rockford.
Of the 7 high houses of Rosaria, it's been... is she well?
My Lord Marquis? I was on my way back from the old capital.
Bandits.
They looked more like... It didn't matter in the end. I did what I could to help.
Which way did they go?
South, toward the gate.
All right. Founder knows I've met enough of their kind. You head back to Northreach.
Thank you.
They just couldn't resist, could they?
This one's ours, pretty boy.
Make for the town while you can.
You don't need to tell me twice.
This looks to be all of them.
I thought I told you.
And stand by, as ill might befall the...
It's just Clive, which is more than can be said for you.
I will survive.
Strange that the garrison wouldn't intervene in such a brazen attack so close.
The garrison have their hands full inside the city. There are few hands left to work the fields, and the market stalls are nearly bare. When I said the ones who attacked me didn't have the look of bandits, I meant it.
Rockford, if you are to continue your investigation, you first need to seek the attention.
I shall return to Northreach right away, but allow me to thank you first.
Don't thank me.
I suppose he'll be wondering where I shall send a Bistolus as soon as...
My uncle certainly has his work cut out for him. I should go and tell Rutherford that his colleagues are still in one piece. I see your
The rest's located. Speaking of which, I received...
I only happened to be in the... They both seem to...
I am afraid that Storm is in... And we...
As it is, Ma. This beast isn't to be trifled with. This beast isn't to be trifled with.